Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today I have the Rhino and we're looking at a beer. Today's beer, I have high hopes for. I have high hopes for today's beer for several reasons. One, color of the label. Two, the brewery itself. Three, I've had so many disappointments with this exact line of style that I'm hoping for something different this time. Anyway, this is right here in my hand. It's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's from Better Brothers Brewing Company. It is 5% alcohol by volume. It's their raspberry blonde ale. And I'm really hoping it's the reddish color, not the golden color that's on this can. Now, if I come over here, because I did try to cheat this time, instead of just doing a quick glance, I had one person on my friends list on Untappd that has tried this. 154 people have given it a rating, and its average is 3.72 out of 5. The rating from the one person on my list is 4.25 out of 5. It was from Bitsy. And let's read about the beer first. Our blonde ale with the addition of refreshing raspberry. Okay, so Bitsy has a picture here, and in Bitsy's picture, Bitsy had a flight, and in that flight was one reddish beer and 3 golden beers, and I'm really hoping that this one is the reddish beer. I'm really hoping, because if it's not, I might break. And that's really what it comes down to. I may just break. And now that I'm looking at another one of his pictures, I don't think it is. I think it is golden. I think it's going to be golden. I think it's going to be a fucking golden beer. If I get one more brewery that sells me a raspberry beer that just has raspberry flavoring, the Rhino might gore somebody. It might happen. It just might. It just might. I could even talk to you about how I got this beer, because I got a single of it, but that could ruin the surprise for somebody. Okay. I smell a lot of raspberry. I just see a lot of white cream here in the top. Look, YouTube, look. Seriously. You're gonna feel the pain! The pain! Ugh, these pythons run wild on you. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be all that angry. I mean, pretty much every raspberry blonde I've had since moving to the prairies has looked like this, be it from Alberta, Manitoba, BC, or here in Saskatchewan. They've all looked like this. But see, the mask is on, guys. I will albinoplex you. And for those of you that are like, what the fuck's he talking? The albinoplex actually was one of my moves when I was a wrestler. The albinoplex. Smells like raspberry body spritz. Smells like raspberry yogurt and raspberry body spritz. I'm so disappointed right now. I don't even... Like, I'm just... I don't even... But why? Like, why? Why would you do it? Cheers. Okay. So, the first question that somebody will probably ask is, well, does it taste bad? The answer is no. No, it doesn't taste bad. Next question somebody would ask might be, does it taste like what you'd expect it to taste like? Not that it doesn't, but yes and no. It tastes like what I thought it would taste like, but not what I expected it to taste like, because I expected it to taste like a true raspberry beer. I guess the argument could be made that when you call it a raspberry blonde or a raspberry golden, that you're giving it its own style. And it's okay if it's different. I guess you could make that argument. I wouldn't make that argument, but you could. A lot of raspberry flavor. Not like raspberry jam. Not like raspberries themselves. Raspberry flavor, like raspberry candies almost, with a little bit of a earthy bitterness on the back end. In all honesty, if you had served this to me, if you had peeled the label off the can and given it to me and told me to drink and guess what it was, so I wasn't seeing what it looked like and I wasn't seeing what it said it was and all that, I'd probably guess you gave me a can of Kawartha Lakes Brewing Company's raspberry wheat, because it tastes very similar to that. Slightly more tinny on the back end, but very similar to that beer. And I mean, the color is kind of similar too, right? Like it's a very similar beer. Is there a problem with it? No, there's no problems. Is there something that makes me angry about it? Yes, that makes me angry about it. I mean, it is a deeper color. Maybe there's a little bit of raspberries in there, but if there is, and I mean, there could be actual raspberries in here, but the flavor is very artificial raspberry, which means if you had put real raspberries in here to be able to go hit a raspberry beer, you use the flavoring to give you the actual full flavor. And I don't know, it even says it right there, natural raspberry flavor. So there we go. There is no raspberries in there. Yeah, I'm drinking something that came from the caster sack of a beaver, just what I wanted. Usually, at least, I don't know if it's worldwide, but in Canada there is a lot of raspberry flavoring, a lot of berry flavoring in general that comes from a beaver's caster sack. So, the more you knew. Did I just ruin something for vegetarians or vegans that may or may not try to drink this? Did I? Tell me I did. No, it was something I learned in science class. I've looked it up off and on since then to see if it's changed. And usually it still talks about the caster sack. So, I fear, with the amount of Kawartha Lakes Brewing Company's raspberry wheat I drank, there must be a lot of beaver in here. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Out of 10. Is it bad? No. Is it offensive? No. Is it something I'd buy again? No. However, I think it could find a place in my heart. Excuse me. It's better than a lot of the raspberry blondes I've had in the last little bit. Out of 10, a 6.5. Thank you. Better Brothers Brewing, Raspberry Blonde. Bye.